Hello, welcome back. This is my first interview with Kimberley McMann. As you know, I'm a psychotherapist and musician, and I'm taking the time to interview musicians to see how they're doing at this time. Kimberley is a colleague of mine. She conducts the orchestra that I'm in, called the Metropolitan Orchestra, and it's wonderful to have you here, Kimberley.
Well, thank you for having me.
Could you introduce yourself a little bit and tell us about your background and your musical endeavors?
Sure.
Okay.
So I'm originally from New Brunswick. I grew up, I've been performing my whole life, first as a Celtic musician, and then I pursued my classical studies at Dalhousie University. I have a Bachelor of Music in Vocal Performance. And then I moved here to Edmonton, where I did a master's degree in music in choral conducting. Now, after living in England and doing some more work there, I am as you said, the artistic director and conductor of the Edmonton Metropolitan Orchestra and the director of music at McDougall United Church, as well as a freelance performer, singer, coach, teacher. All the rest that we do.
Yeah, that sounds very full life.
it,
Yeah,
it is. It's very full.
that's great. Um, yes, and but however, things have changed, and I'm wondering, what's been challenging you during this change? What's your biggest challenge right now?
Well, I mean, I think a lot of my challenges are similar to everybody else. I also have a family and two young kids. So there's the working from home, my spouse working from home, managing kids, homeschooling, all that kind of stuff. So the
Mm.
same challenges I imagine just about, all of us are facing. And specifically as a musician, again, I am fortunate that at this point in my career, I have a number of contracts that are fairly stable at this moment. So I do have an opportunity to still have an income by music making, but all the freelancing, all of the concert programming, all of those things are gone and gone so suddenly. It went from, I have the rest of the season to perform to nothing in a matter of hours. And I've found that to be really difficult to process. I don't think I've ever had a time in my life where I didn't have some sort of performance to practice for, or the ability to kind of think about and plan a future performance. All of that is gone, and I'm struggling with that
Hmm.
quite a bit. Yeah.
Hmm. It sounds like there's a quite a gap or a loss in your schedule and what you've been
Yeah.
doing. Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
yeah.
It's a huge hole that's
Oh,
there, and I don't. It's funny. Well, it's not funny. I guess is the wrong word, but I haven't. I don't even feel inspired to listen to music at this point. Like I don't even, because if I have no ability to imagine myself performing this music or doing this music with friends, or sharing it with an audience. It's like I just don't even want to be bothered.
mm,
And I've never felt that way in my whole life. I mean, my music has taken up such a huge part of my life for as long as I can remember. And I mean, it's a struggle to even just look at the piano at this point to play, because I just can't imagine a time anymore where I'm going to be with my friends, be with my colleagues, and making music. And it's so upsetting to me that I just don't even want to play right now.
that's
And
interesting.
it's
Yeah.
yeah,
So
it's
when the thought of playing or listening to music brings up the upset feelings, probably.
it does. There's this
Yeah.
moment of like, ugh, why would I practice? Why do I need to buy? Which is weird. Like I said, I have never felt like that before in my whole
Mm.
life. But that's where I feel. And yesterday or the day before, when they officially announced that Fringe is canceled again, it's not wasn't unexpected, and I completely understand. I mean, they're in their planning stages now. They had to cancel it, but that was that one glimmer, like, oh,
Oh,
maybe it's far enough away. We can
yeah.
find a way to like limit the participants or limit the houses, and maybe we could do that. And when that was gone, I found yesterday it was a really difficult day, and even today, just knowing like, nope, not even that.
Yeah.
Can I plan a season for next year? I don't know. That's kind of,
Yeah.
it's just so challenging right now.
Yeah, I agree. It was so. I also felt quite sad about that. I was so much looking forward to playing in Fringe in August.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, how are you? What are you doing with music right now? You said that you have a contract still. So what?
Yeah, well, the church is still, we're doing services over Zoom like this.
Okay.
And so I'm still planning music and doing the music for that. And I'm actually really fortunate. Sometimes some of the section leaders are able to come and sing with me. So we, because McDougall is such a big space, so we're able to be quite distant, and we only have a couple of us there, and we're still able to do the music as part of the service online,
Mhm.
which is great. I mean, that is the thing I'm living for right now, is a chance to sing that music. So I'm still preparing all of the music for the services and playing it and singing it, and then I'm still teaching right now. So I teach voice lessons and piano lessons and theory, and the Royal Conservatory is actually transitioned their exams to be online. So I'm still able to
Ah,
have students who are preparing for their examinations. That's still happening, which is great because all the music festivals were canceled, which were things that we were
mhm.
working toward. So at least the exams aren't canceled.
Yeah. So it
Um,
sounds like the biggest challenge for you is not being able to rehearse in person with the orchestras and the groups that you're missing that.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I understand that. Yeah.
Yeah, very much. I and it's weird because I'm not an overly extroverted person. Like I quite like being by myself, but making music, I don't know, that's a different category altogether. Like
Mm.
making music with other people is not the same as necessarily being in a group of people just hanging out. There's this unique thing that happens when you're making music together, right? There's this spark and this connectedness between each person as you all move together and make music all together
Mm.
at once. It's unlike anything else I've ever known, and I miss it so much.
Yes. Thank you, Kimberly, for this interview.
No problem.
Yeah, and thank you for talking. And we'll stop it there. And
Okay.
hope to see you. Well, I will see you on Zoom soon, but I hope to
Yes,
see you in person
that would
not
be great.
not too long.
Yeah, for real.
Take care.
All right. See you.
Bye.
Bye.